y'all, what's up? So, today on this lovely day, you know what? I didn't check the transits for today, but I think the moon is still in Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna make sure real quick. Let me see. Before I just start feeling like I know some stuff. Oh, and look, y'all, I got my phone in my hand because I'm filming from my laptop. Got me a laptop. Woo woo. So now I can start like filming better videos and editing and stuff like that. So it's gonna be lit. But no, okay. So the moon has moved into Aquarius because it was in Capricorn for a little minute. But we have a we have a new moon. Yes, a new moon coming up in Pisces. So we want to make sure that we are setting our intentions that day. I think it's going to be like the 14th, maybe like the 14th, the 13th, something like that. But that's not what this video is about. So this video, I wanted to talk about some love aspects, right? So right now, Venus is actually in Pisces, and so that's the highest octave for Venus energy. So this is like where Venus is exalted, like the place it loves to be type thing. So Venus loves to be in Pisces, and that's why Pisces love type stuff. So thought that I would, bring y'all some useful information as far as when you're looking for a partner and you're trying to actually be in it for love. So compatibility, how do you find another person's love language? So I feel like the two most important placements are a person's moon sign and a person's Venus sign. So obviously other things, are important as well, but these two placements I feel like will tell you a lot about what a person needs and how they receive and express love, so that you guys can create some sort of harmony within the relationship. So first starting with the moon, and so of course it matters like the houses and things like that too, but this is just the basic understanding of a person. So their moon sign. So when you look to a person's moon, this is, as we know, a person's needs. So it's not the same as like sun signs, how we go based off sun signs a lot of time because people don't know in depth astrology. But if you're a Cancer and you meet a Capricorn and that's your opposite, that sun sign, like that doesn't mean that you guys won't do well in a relationship together. You have to look at like the moon sign, because the sun is just telling you how you guys like interact with each other. The moon is actually your needs. So these are things that absolutely have to happen in the relationship. So for example, if someone was a Cancer moon, right, they are going to and then elements matter as well. So Cancer is water. So water is going to mesh very well with earth, right? Because water and earth together create mud. So more than often that's like sextile energy. So if a Cancer moon was to meet, say, a Taurus moon, that would be, most likely, of course, other things matter, like I said, but that would most likely be some sort of harmonious relationship, because the needs of these people are able to be fulfilled. So Cancer, they need security. They need a place that feels like home. They need to feel like you are home. Lots of times when they are in a relationship with the person, they like to feel like, this person, I can see them fitting into my home. I can see them fitting into my private life. They need a sense of privacy as well. So with a Taurus moon, Taurus moons, they earth signs like to ground, so that shiftiness of that water energy is going to be grounded by that Taurus moon, and the Taurus moon is going to gain that emotional support. So where they feel like they have to be a little too strong sometimes, the water sign can give them a shoulder to lean on. So those two will, mesh well in that way. And then The second place to look is Venus. So a person's Venus sign is going to tell you a lot about how they love, So it could also tell you what they love too. So for example, if someone has an air Venus, say like Gemini Venus, I have Gemini Venus, they're going to really value, this is where they place value as well. So they're really going to value and express things dealing with communication. So Gemini Venus, we like to be stimulated like mentally. So, that's something, conversation is something that's going to be super important. So a Gemini Venus would not get with an individual that is like mute. You know what I'm saying? Like a person that just sits there. They don't have conversations. They don't, for some people that works, but like for an air Venus, that's not really going to work because they need someone who will communicate. So a air Venus would do well with a fire Venus because they are expressive. They know how to express. They value expression. So when an air Venus and a fire Venus come into contact, that is going to be like harmonious energy because obviously they're expressing themselves. They're going to be talking. They're going to be communicating, showing themselves. A air Venus is going to be very stimulated by this, and vice versa. Like the words of a air Venus could possibly stimulate this fire Venus because that's a form of expression to them. So those are harmonious energies. So if you're a person who's not afraid of work, like you find a person and you really like them, but you seem to kind of butt heads in that area, you need to check their moon sign and you need to check their Venus sign, because these are going to be things that you're going to be wondering, like, what is up with this person? Like, I just want to cuddle and be close, and this person is trying to get out and leave, and it's making me feel a little unsure, unsecure. But this person is expressing to you that they want to be with you, and they're actually kind of showing that, but you're still feeling a little uneasy. That could be the factor. That's another thing. Like air Venus, freedom. They need lots of freedom. And so if an air Venus was to get with a water Venus, that's going to require some work, because whenever you have water in a placement, it likes to consume that area of life. Like it wants to consume you in that way. So a water Venus might want to consume your values or consume you with their values. Like they might want to engulf you in their love, and so it's a very deep, heavy kind of situation. And to an air Venus, that could be like terrifying. Like you could be a little scared of that. But again, like I said, house placements matter, because I'm a Gemini Venus, but I have it in the 7th house. So that is the house of relationships. So it makes me a little less flighty. It makes me a little less like I'm running from things. But when I was younger, I was that way. Like I would see things in people, and immediately if I didn't like it, like I was out. You was not going to hear from me again. Like you were not going to hear from me, none of that. But the older I got and I started learning about stuff like this, it was like, okay, well, I got into a situation where I actually liked somebody, but they were kind of doing things that back in the day would make me like, scared and run. But it was like, it's worth it. Like it's worth looking into it. So once you work around those things, you can be with anybody. I don't want to say anybody, because sometimes you really just do not mesh with somebody. Like some things just really do not work. But I would say try it anyway, because when you try it, you still get to learn what you like and what you don't like, like you still get to learn more about yourself. But if you are a person who you feel like, I just want to run into some harmonious energy, like I'm not trying to put in any work, then yes, you would need to find someone who is going to create harmonious energy with you. And so those are the first two and most important, I feel like. And then after that, I feel like it's going to be Mars and Mercury, because Mars is like, and I put Mars before Mercury because Mars is like our passions, Mars is how we go about doing things, how we get things done. Mars is important because it's associated also with like the sexual element of a relationship in synastry. So, of course, your Venus sign has a lot to do with this too, but Mars is going to tell you how y'all doing it, how y'all doing the do, So you want to make sure that your Mars sign is harmonious with somebody else's too, because you don't want to, because to some people, sex is not that important, but if you're a person who is really, big on sex, like, oh, it's got to be this, like, explosive bomb in the bed, like, you want to make sure that you're running into harmonious energy when it comes to your Mars sign, because you don't want to get with someone who is like a Mercurial Mars. Sex isn't really like the end all be all for a Mercurial Mars. They feel like, what can I say? They're not attaching themselves to sex a lot of times. So it's like, it's almost like, I don't want to call it a job, but it's almost like, it's necessary. Hey, let's go ahead and get it done. But like, this is not my whole world. And then there's some people who are like, they might be a fire Mars, they might be a little more passionate about sex. They also might be quick at it, if you want it to last or you ground yourself within sex, or, have this like healing revelation, you might want to Earth Mars. More so like Taurus and Capricorn. Virgo too, but Virgo is one of those Mercurial Mars signs. So they will submit, because I'm a Virgo Mars. They will submit. They will, take care of what they have to take care of. But it's like, it's not going to be everything. It's not going to be the end all be all. So yeah. And then after that, I said Mercury. So Mercury is our communication, thought, things of that nature. So you want to make sure that, yes, you are communicating with another person. But I feel like this comes last on the list, because communication is important. It's very important in a relationship. But that's something that you can definitely learn about another person. And it doesn't have to make or break the relationship. So say your partner is somebody who, like they're not very good at communicating. They kind of like assume things a lot of times. That's going to be something that you guys have to work on, but it's not that hard. Like, you just have to figure out this person. You have to think like, okay, am I getting a whole story from this person? Like, are they talking? Are they communicating? Are they saying everything? Or are they just assuming that it's X, Y, and Z? So if you guys just clear up that's not, it's not very hard to do. So yes, Mercury came kind of last on the list for me. But yes, those are some tips for, finding somebody. Also, house placements matter. The houses go into more depth of like where these energies are going to fit into your life, and you get to decide whether or not it works for you. So like, say you have someone's Mars falls into your 8th house, and we were just talking about sex and things of that nature. And then you guys also have like a harmonious Mars to Mars aspect, or Mars to Venus aspect, or Mars to Moon, something like that. For a person that sex is important to, that's going to be a good placement, because, the 8th house is the house of sex and intimacy and things of that nature. So having somebody else's Mars in your 8th house could be, could be a good little something for you. So, or for example, my Venus falls into my partner's 10th house. And he's a person that's big on career. He's a person that's big on reformation and things of that nature. So that works for our relationship, because I can add value to that aspect of his life. I can tell him like how he could go about obtaining this sort of status that it is that he's trying to reach, And then his Venus falls into my 3rd house. So I'm a Gemini Venus. I'm big on communication. I like to talk. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to, you know, be mentally stimulated. So that's a great placement for me because it's an easy flow of energy when it comes to communicating and talking, and him pouring out his thoughts, and just coming to me with his ideas and things of that nature. So that is a lot of our love life, is like communication and reaching our goals and stuff like that. So those are conversations that we have a lot. So yeah, so when you're looking for a partner, just try to keep that in mind. What is this person's love? Oh, and then love language. That's what I was saying. You can find a person's love language through their Venus sign as well. So, for example, like a Gemini Venus, of course, it's going to be words of affirmation more than likely. A Taurus Venus might feel like I'm all of them. Like I need all of that. I need words of affirmation. I need acts of service. I need all of that. It might be a Taurus Venus. A Aries Venus, they might be action. Like you might have to put in some sort of action to show them that you love them. That's their love language. Like things like that. So yeah, that's it. Yes, make sure that y'all are setting your intentions in about 2 to 3 days. Get your rituals together, get your crystals together. I really need to obtain me some pearls. I feel like I had, maybe, I don't know, but I need to get me some pearls because Pisces energy, I have a lot of Neptune aspects, so when energy like this comes around, things manifest quickly into my life, into my partner's life. He's a Pisces, so we just got to be prepared, y'all. We got to be prepared. But thank you for watching. That was it. Y'all have a glorious day. Peace out.